Yes, I will play first. What kind of hand? Blue-black, huh? Well, I've got 2 white things, but I've also got 2 things that I can play. So as long as I draw a plains, I should be okay. I'm not guaranteed that. But I do have a fair bit of stall. So this is kind of a sketchy keep, but I'm still going to keep it. It's especially sketchy since I'm on the play. So we'll play the swamp first, just in case we do get a, well, actually it does not matter, because I would need both the plains and the creature that costs white-black. So, doesn't matter at all. Well, I get my plane, so that's good. I will, however, play the island just in case there's any reason I would want to force away something at the end of his turn. I doubt it, but we'll see. So if he doesn't do anything too interesting, I get Falconer. Okay, well I doubt he's going to do anything too interesting with just that 1 mana. Alright, so I get Falconer down, and then he has to respond to it. Okay, so if I want to do Outlast, I would also be able to Bell Strike or Force Away. I probably do want to Outlast at least once. Makes it 50%. Oh, Ghost Fireblade, huh? Makes it 50%. Oh no, I've got the Battle Priest though, so I need to get that out on curve. So, I'll attack through with this guy. And then apparently we're going on the Outlast plan. Outlast and removal. Alright. There we go. Okay, sorry, had a little distraction there. If you can't see the screen, Abzan Battle Priest is now on his side of the board as well. So, my turn, I play an island. I can Bell Strike that. Of course, that allows him to Outlast block and that sort of thing, but it also allows me to get a whole bunch through. Of course, if he does, I can Force Away it. So maybe I start with the Force Away. I think I start with the Throttle. I think that's what I start with. But see, if I do that, then I can't get him to spend the mana off on the Ghost Fireblade. I am perplexed as to what the correct move is here. You know, I think I'm just going to force the damage. I know that this is very possibly the worst possible play, but it does make things easier, right? That's what Magic is about. Easy things, not thinking. Okay, so we got those 5 through. We've got 2 answers for his next 2 plays. And then if I can get myself a plains, then we get the Wingmate Rock, which will probably win. He's got all different kinds of mana. And with all of them he plays... Okay, 3/3 flyer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's 1 away from being able to use Bell Strike pretty well. Let's see, if I attack him with a Battle Priest, he probably won't block it. So I could do that. Especially if I play Swarm of Bloodflies first, because then I would get 2 counters off of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the Bloodflies, and attack him with the Battle Priest. So he's pretty much forced to let that through. If I don't get a Plains the turn after that, then I can start Outlasting. If I do, then I just slam the Wingmate Rock. Okay, there we go. I don't think he's the kind of deck that's going to pack Wrath. And even if he does at this point, it's only a 2 for 3, so it's not absolutely devastating. Although I would prefer to have a creature to be able to swing through for my Wingmate Rock. He plays the Plains, which now opens up the possibility. Alright, so he has got himself a 5/5 flyer, which is going to look pretty good forced away, especially if he doesn't have a whole lot in his graveyard to play it back. Let's see. 3, 6. He does have enough, but it would force him to completely tap out. So the correct play here could be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could just be to force it away. Actually, I think the correct play right now is to bell strike it, and then when he untaps next turn to force it away. So we will bell strike you. And then swing with everybody, and then he'll spend his whole next turn playing it down for the full cost, and then force away, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. So, holding on to that wingmate rock pretty heavily. We have yet to cast it, probably because I took that plains out, right? He could also just hold all of his mana this turn to try to flip it up as, not a, I guess an onboard trick, if you want to call it that. But he could just threaten for that, but then I've got force away. He's got a morph. Okay, so he's not threatening to do that. Now, if I don't think that the morph is suddenly going to fly... Okay, so he spent even more mana on his turn, so now I get even more information. Okay, so he's got 2 guys on the ground. I can tap... Yeah, I'm not going to do anything end of turn because I've got enough mana to where I probably don't really need to. So I can Ancestor and Force Away and Outlast one of these guys, which I think is what I do. He's already got Lifelink and Flying. Probably just hold the Force Away to wait for whatever it is he's going to do. So yeah, I'll just send in with the 2/2 first. And I'll be able to hold up the rest. And having another flyer, especially one that's going to be a 4/3, represents lethal just from that one individual flyer. Unless he manages to kill the Falconer. But I do have a force away for pretty much anything he wants to do, possibly including trying to kill my own guys. And the force away does let me cycle a card, although I would be pretty sad to cycle away the wingmate rock, and if I draw a plains, then that's just going to make it even harder to play it. Now he is at 4, so it's not like I'm in a position where I need wingmate rock to come back and gain a whole bunch of life. And I already have several flyers. Alright, so now he's in a tank. The proverbial tank, not just any tank. Alright, I assume he's not going to send anybody at me. Yeah, he holds everybody back. Okay, so he'll probably have something like Kill Shot in this situation, which is fine. So I just send in with these 2, Outlast the rest, and then maybe pop a Jeskai student down to soak up damage. Seems to be correct. Alright, so I'll send in the flyers. If he unmorphs this to be able to fly, then I just bounce it. If he kill shots here, I still get to deal him 2. And this grows, so it actually gets him down to 1. Unfortunately, I don't have any instant speed removal of my own, or else I could grow this an additional 1 on top of his kill shot. Oh, he's just going to untap. Okay, well that's perfect. Okay. Well, you untap that, and then I will bounce it. Anything to say about that? Okay, good. We're moving on to the third and most interesting of games. What was that morph? Reveals the Krumar Bondkin. Alright, I don't know that I saw anything more interesting there. I think he just got a worse draw. Okay, still can't think of anything that I would want to do. Now, Scavenger would be one thing that I could stroke. I don't think that there was anything else in there that was really that big. So I think, again, I just keep it the same. Yeah, my sideboard plan in Limited is about the same